This is January the 20th. And you're looking at the incubator with eggs in it. Yes, I'm hatching out eggs in January. My daughter contacted me the other day and told me that her dad, chickens, a raccoon had gotten into the chicken house, and he lives way out in no man's land. He's 100 miles away from any human interaction. He has no electricity except for solar power. He lives with the bear and the cougars and the elk and the deer. And he's had cougar in his barn, so he carries a side iron. He has bear coming in and eating his berries that he has in his garden. So he has to be careful all the time. So I told her the other day that she asked if I would hatch him out some chicks, and I told him I would. Told her I would. And so that's what I'm doing. Is my old other incubators, they finally died. I'd had them for several years. So I had to go and purchase a new incubator. Well, my daughter purchased one as well. So we have two incubators. I only have one here at the house right now. The other one is with her at her house. So I told her. So today I went and started out looking for eggs. So I found 2 blue eggs. And as you can see, I've marked them. Now these eggs over here, believe it or not, are guinea eggs. So why on earth are the guineas laying in the middle of January? I have no clue. The chickens, yeah, I have chickens that lay year-round. I have Coochins, black Coochins, and I have Brahmas. And the Brahmas like to lay in the winter and fall and early spring. Once the summer comes, they pretty much don't anymore. But the Coochins, they are pretty good layers. They lay pretty much year-round, so we're going to be getting. I went out earlier and there was no eggs in the nest yet. So later this afternoon, just before dark, I'll go out and collect any eggs that are out there. I noticed when I went out there earlier that a couple of the Brahmas were getting ready to sit, to lay. So, yeah, I have no idea. Now these eggs are all marked for today, January the 20th. And I'm not sure if these guinea eggs will hatch. There's 6 of them. When I went out there, she was out there getting ready to sit. I think she was getting ready to lay, and I'm not sure if. So these have been sitting out all night long, and our temperatures at night have been like in the 29, 30. So they, say if they've been refrigerated, they won't hatch. But I picked them up because I don't really want her laying where she was laying. I don't want her nesting there because I've been having a lot of problems with predators, and I don't want anybody to come in and get her where she was laying. She was laying up against I have a piece of plywood up against the chicken house, and she was laying behind that. Now the blue eggs are from a Americana, and she is laying in our haystack. So these they weren't real cold when I picked them up, I'm pretty sure. I know one for sure was just laid this morning, the front one here. That one was laid this morning, and the other one was laid probably yesterday. So I'm not sure if that's even going to hatch. But any eggs that I get out of the hen house will be all fresh eggs. So hopefully, I'm hoping that these guinea eggs are fertile even. I'm not even sure if they're fertile because this is January, for crying out loud. Guineas don't lay in January. Yeah, the days have been like in the 40s, upper 40s, in lower 40s, but it's not warm enough yet for them to start laying. Now, the ducks aren't laying yet, and as soon as they start laying, I'll start incubating them. But this is why I'm incubating eggs now, is because I'm hatching out chicks for my daughter's dad. And so that's why I got the incubator going right now. And like I said, I just threw the guinea eggs in just to see if they would even hatch after being out in the cold all the time. He's not particular on what type of chicken he has. I have a couple of these Americanas because my granddaughter wanted a couple, so I got them. I have a Buff Orpington because she wanted one of those when we went down to the feed store to pick up some chicks. If I hatch out one chicken, or duck or whatever, I like to go to the feed store during the spring when chicks are available and pick up chicks to put in with the one that I hatched. I don't want them being just a single chick. They don't do very well that way. So, and I got a couple of big chickens. I told her that I would give her a couple of roosters, I have some coochins that I told her I'd give her dad a hen and a rooster. That way he would at least have eggs until these chicks are big enough. Now, where he lives, he has no power except for solar. So I intend on holding on to these chicks until they start getting some pretty good feathering. Probably will turn them loose around April, so she can take them to her dad around April. Like I say, he lives out. There's nobody around him except for bear and cougar, elk and deer. That's all that's around him. No humans. I think there's a cattle rancher out there that turns his cattle loose in the spring out there, and he might talk to him once or twice. I think he's talked to a couple of hunters maybe once or twice during the hunting season. But beyond that, that's the only human interaction he has, because he lives literally in no man's land. Matter of fact, I logged the country that he's living at. I logged out there. I've also fished and hunted out there. So, and there's days I've been out there many a time and not seen one person all day long. So, I haven't actually logged around his area, but I logged in the area that he lives in. And I've also fought forest fire where he lives at. And he's out there, and he's the kind of person that he likes being alone. And he's out where he should be. He's happy, and that makes us all happy. And we're fixing up some trail cams for him so that he can see what's going on around him, if there's anybody coming out to the place when he's not around, when he has to go to town to get supplies. But let's stick with me on this, and we'll see how this goes with these eggs being picked up out of the cold. Except for the two blue ones, I'm pretty sure they'll hatch out. They're going to be probably Cochin or Brahma and Americana, or Cochin and Americana, or Brahma and Americana, or one of those. I don't have Americana roosters, so I have a Brahma rooster and a Cochin rooster. Anyway, please subscribe. Please push the notification bell. Make a comment. Push the like button or the not like button. And I'll keep you informed on how the eggs are doing. In about 5 to 7 days, we'll check them out to see if they're any of them are fertile even. So I'll candle them and bring you along when I do that. So don't forget to subscribe, push the like button or the not like button, make a comment, push the notification bell, and we'll catch you on the flip side.